Welcome back to a Moment of Xen here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. This is your host, Xen Sams, live from iHeart headquarters. Today we have a guest who is redefining the meaning of multitasking in the entertainment world. He's the only entertainer who can whip up a delicious dish while mixing beats, taking dinner and a show to a whole new level. He's known as the chef that rocks. DJ Chef has cooked for celebrities, rocked high-profile parties, and even earned a spot on the Food Network as a cutthroat kitchen champion. Not only does he bring a unique energy to his events, but he's also pushing boundaries with his blend of music, food, and social impact. Welcoming now to the show is DJ Chef. Welcome, superstar.
What's cooking? Thanks for having me, Zen.
So excited to have you here at headquarters. So you're like the ultimate party mix, a dash of beats, a sprinkle of flavor, and a whole lot of charisma. So let's start with what I think a lot of us are curious about. Blending cooking and DJing is, well, let's say, unconventional. Most people pick one lane and stick with it, but you went full speed into two, and somehow it just works. When did it click for you that combining these two worlds was going to be your signature style?
Well, I'll give you the short version. I started as a DJ. Say junior high, so doing our little house parties. And then I got a job with a caterer just for like a few extra bucks, during the week. And, I actually became a good cook. And this poor owner was trying to like direct me, give me a little direction. And she kept suggesting I go to culinary school. I can get a career for myself. And, after her year or so saying this, I just showed up at New York Restaurant School right here at 34th Street, enrolled. I got a job right off of the bat at Time Cafe, which I didn't realize was such a hot spot at the time. They hired me on the spot. And I worked in Manhattan for a number of years. Sous chef for Bobby Flay. I worked at Matthews on 3rd Avenue, a couple other venues. The restaurant business kind of burned me out, so I got a job as a corporate chef, which I didn't know there was such a thing. It was like Monday to Friday, and you had the weekends free. So one of the executives, asked me to do a dinner party on the weekend. And I was like, all right, I got inspired again. And I came with my knives, my menu, and I started doing these dinner parties, and it just took off. I was doing them. I just thought, they need a little more energy to these parties.
Let me add music.
Yeah, I missed the DJing a little bit. I don't know, I just thought it would be perfect. So I created a little website, DJ Chef, a cooking party, food, music. So I just started DJing while I was doing these dinner parties. And boom, that really went to the next level.
So how long have you been doing this for now?
I keep saying 10 plus years, but
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So you're not just creating meals, you're curating experiences.
Yeah.
So what's the secret sauce to keeping such a diverse crowd engaged and entertained?
Yeah, so I have a format, I do a lot of in-home parties, but then I change the format for like large-scale events where I DJ, like a normal DJ would DJ, but I'm also like serving up a little tasting. So that's the format that I did at like Christy Brinkley's event, a lot of these events in the Hamptons. It's about creating an experience, just the food, the music, and you just have the whole vibe together. So, it just comes naturally to me.
So let's talk about some of these career highlights. So
yeah.
Food Network champion, events all over the world, TV appearances, but I want to zoom in on something deeper. For some entertainers, it's about the applause or the fame, but for you, though, it seems like you're about making genuine connections with people through food and music, which I love. So how has your journey in culinary entertainment shaped the way that you see the impact of your work on people?
Well, you really hit the nail on the head. It's about, people say, how do you do like 7 events in a week? I get there, I get the music going, I'm cooking. I may be a little tired, but boom, I get the energy from the people. Like for the people, they're vibing, they're having fun at the experience. And I don't know, I just get the energy from them, if you could understand that. So
I do.
Yeah. So
they feed your soul.
Yeah, so like I'm trying to hit all the senses, You got the music, the food, the smell, the vibe. I have lighting. As soon as I come in, I adjust the lighting.
And laughter. Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, people having a good time.
And you've done such a great job, and it's no easy feat when you have that many people in a room trying to please everyone. But you even go a bit deeper. You've supported causes like the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women, and even participated in celebrity charity events that you continue to do so. I actually met you at the Encourage Kids Foundation at Current not long ago. So blending your passion with activism is an interesting twist that I think resonates deeply with people that follow you. So how do you approach this balance between your career and giving back?
When you're younger, it's all about your brand, especially now with social media, everybody's branding themselves, but you can't just always take. The real magic happens when you give back. I've always supported my local town causes and stuff. I come from Long Beach. We had the big disaster with Hurricane Sandy. I was right there. We did this big benefit concert. Marty Lyons Foundation, Victor Green Foundation, two former Jets that I created a relationship with just from doing their events over the years. Marty Lyons, I think I was with 10 years now. American Heart Association, Go Red for Women. I've been doing that for about 10 years or so. The food events that
a lot of giving back.
And
not to put you on the spot, but you've got a Hall of Fame title from the New York Restaurant School, and I know that you've taken every step in stride and you count your blessings just from your acumen and the way that you carry yourself. I mean, you are a very humble individual. It's clear you're always leveling up, pushing your brand, and even reaching new audiences. But with so much ground covered, what's next for you? I mean, are you eyeing any new heights, or maybe even more unique collaborations? What does the future hold?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking into other markets. Florida is always on my mind. People are like, why aren't you doing this in Florida year round? I mean, weather's nice. You could be doing triple the amount of events. I'm signed with a production company, for my own TV show. So that's on the burners as well. And
you got a lot going on.
Yeah. Cookbook is something else, like
reality
products.
TV show.
Yeah. It all kind of goes hand in hand.
When
you're a chef.
You talked about how you bring people together with music and food, but every great artist has that unforgettable oh no moment, something that went hilariously off script. Have you had a moment at an event where things were totally off the rails, and how did you bring the house back together?
Well, I do bachelorette parties in the Hamptons, right?
Oh no, I can't wait to hear.
It's different situations that come up, but there's some things that, and you just kind of go with the flow, but there's like some things that you really can't control, like weather and stuff. Over the past couple of years, some of the weather situations were crazy. There was a tornado that hit the Hamptons, I think it was 2 years ago. And where I was, I think it was in Sag Harbor, there was really just one road to get to this particular house. It was an Airbnb. A tree comes down. I mean, it's like a big tree, and it's right in the middle of the street. The rain starts coming down. So I'm like, now what are we going to do? We literally had 15 minutes to be on time for this event. So a guy stops. He has a big rope. He's trying to pull this thing with a rope with his car. Boom, the rope snaps. Then all of a sudden I hear, wah, wah. This guy comes with a chainsaw. I guess people drive around with chainsaws in their trucks out there. Wah, wah. He starts chopping at this tree. And then boom, wah, wah. I hear another chainsaw. So we got two guys with chainsaws. Hey, they got the tree down. Boom, I got to the party right on time. And that was definitely a memorable
that's definitely you, jack of all trades, keeping it rolling. Well, thank you so much for coming on and being so transparent and inspirational. It was such a pleasure having you here, my friend.
Thanks, Xen. Anytime.
And that wraps up this edition of Hydration with Heart right here on A Moment of Xen at iHeart headquarters on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. Thank you for sharing your story and showing us that with a little creativity, we can really have our beats and eat them too. And if you want to keep up with all the amazing events and entertainment DJ Chef brings, check out his website at djchef.com or follow him on social media on the gram at DJ Chef Rocks. And remember, there's no better way to stay hydrated while partying than with a refreshing sip of Once Upon a Coconut. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep the music and good vibes going. You're listening to A Moment of Xen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Xen is brought to you by Once Upon a Coconut.